Hi, my name is Jamie Callahan, and I am going to be giving a speech on why we should abolish the death penalty. Imagine yourself sitting in a courtroom, and a judge looks you in the eye and sentences you to death. Your stomach drops, your heart rate increases, your palms start to sweat. This is the feeling many inmates begin to feel after being sentenced to death row. As Mahatma Gandhi said, "An eye for an eye makes the world go blind." The execution of an individual who has possibly done a crime is an inhumane act. If killing another individual is wrong, then why do we kill as punishment for criminal acts? The death penalty today is a highly debated issue. This argument has been going on since the 1500s and one that will most likely not end anytime soon. Since the reinstatement of the death penalty in 1976, as many as 1,200 individuals have been killed by a death sentence. It is clear now that the death penalty should be revoked. In this speech, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why the death penalty is a violation of human rights, execution of innocent people, and how it does not, in fact, deter crime. And here is a picture of someone opposed to the death penalty. They have marches and rallies. First, I will talk about how the death penalty is a violation of human rights. The death penalty is a violation of one of the most basic human rights. It violates that every human being has the right to freedom and life. According to Article 3 in the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, no one shall be subjected to torture or to inhuman or to degrading treatment or punishment. And the death penalty does just that. As South African Anglican Bishop Desmond Tutu said, "To take a life when a life has been lost is revenge, not justice." If Article 3 enshrines the right to life, how can state-sponsored killing be justified? In many parts of the world, the death penalty is now understood to be a major human rights violation. Just 35 years ago, only 16 countries have put an end to capital punishment for all crimes. This number now stands at 104 countries. All individuals are entitled to life, liberty, and the security of persons. And here is a picture of how the trends of the death penalty have dropped since 1990 and gone down into the early 2000s. First, the death penalty is also a death sentence to those convicted of a crime they did not actually commit. As quoted by the Center on Wrongful Convictions, Northwestern University School of Law, at least 39 executions have been carried out in the United States in face of compelling evidence of innocence or serious doubt about guilt. The death penalty should be abolished because it carries the inherent risk of executing an innocent individual. It is now clear that innocent defendants will be convicted and sentenced to death on a regular basis as long as the death penalty stays in place. It is unlikely that an appeals process which mainly focuses on legal errors will catch all the mistakes, leaving the defendants to fall through the cracks of our justice system. A study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences determined that at least 4% of people on death row were and are likely innocent. And here is a picture of all the states where the death penalty is legal, illegal, or they're trying to abolish the death penalty in the orange states. Finally, we now get to how the death penalty does not deter crime, or how it does not deter crime, and it can cause even further violence. Execution is the ultimate punishment and the ultimate sanction a state can inflict on an individual. Once criminals have knowingly committed a capital offense, they have no interest in lessening their potential punishment by not committing other offenses or murders. According to Dr. Jonathan Groner, it is very clear that deterrents are not effective in the area of capital punishments. DeathPenalty.org even goes on to explain the psychological aspects of the crimes the death penalty is punishable for. Most of these crimes are crimes of passion. These individuals are not in the right state of mind and do not consider the consequences in a logical way. In regards to these individuals, deterrence may work where punishment is immediate and obvious, but neither of these are true for the death penalty. Today we have discussed why the death penalty is a violation of human rights and execution of innocent people and how it does not deter crime. People have come to realize that by killing someone on death row, no lives are being saved, no lives will be returned, and no one is learning a lesson from these executions. The organizational work against the death penalty takes many forms, including targeted advocacy, writing letters to Congress, and filling out online petition forms. Every day, individuals are executed and sentenced to death by the state as punishment for a variety of crimes. Some of these acts that should not even be criminalized. In some countries, it can be a drug-related offense or individuals with mental and intellectual disabilities. The death penalty is expensive, and it is not a deterrent, and it promotes violence and murder. Therefore, the death penalty should be abolished.